Sure. I don't have admin access, so I don't really have the full. I was trying to get into computer management console and some other stuff, but I don't really care.
Yeah, click on that. Close out that other thing. Yeah. If you go to performance.
Hold on, let me share my desktop
Okay.
real quick so I can share with the world what I'm doing. Oh, see, I only have one tab, so I'm gonna have to. Oh, I can't do the window, huh? So I have to remove this. Okay, forget about
I
it.
honestly don't.
This is my deal.
I
I'll
was
figure
just
that
gonna
out.
show you
Yeah,
if you
so-
went to the task manager.
Yeah. Let's just do what you want. I wanted to share what we're doing. But...
If you go to the performance,
Mhm.
it'll show you like how much CPU you're using and how much.
You know what's funny?
So what I usually do is like if I'm doing something and I want to know how much I need, you open that up and you can see.
You know what's funny? I know this is here. I've looked at this many times before, but not once in my streaming endeavors did I even bother looking at it. So thank you. It's like me not even accessing what that's what it is.
That's the most useful tool, because then if your computer's running slow, you can just pull that up and you can say, oh, the CPU's at 100%.
Okay, so now what I want to do, oh my gosh, this is so much different. So now what I want to do is find this Twitter feed, and this will also tell me now what censorship issues I'm going to run into. Because like, for example, there's an NFT Austin event that's going on. And so I was trying to restream. See now, right now, this is us live. So if I turn this up, we should get like a delayed, if there's audio, oh, no audio. And that's because my StreamYard deal needs to change the input, which sees.
Click on the speaker down there.
Okay.
Down there and see.
Oh, maybe yeah.
Click on it and make it ding and see if.
So
what it is?
It's no audio. It needs a real. There's no built-in sound.
I think there may actually be.
Because the driver set's not set up.
I'll take a look at it when you're done. I got these from a school, and I think that they unplugged the built-in speakers.
Okay.
So I think it may just be unplugged.
It could be a BIOS setting too. Maybe it's just
it could be, but I want to say I remember them unplugging them.
Okay.
And that's something I should have checked.
So what I'm assuming then is that we are having mic input because I see the bar moving, and that there's people out there that can actually hear me, but we can't hear ourselves because there's no internal speakers working like I was. Oh no! I just revealed my password. I just revealed my password to the whole world. So we got to reset it before someone hacks me, because this has happened before.
Sounds good.
And then. here, add that. Well, I'm really liking this because even with this is built-in video. Oh no, this is that. Yeah, it's that same
Yeah,
card.
that's
Similar.
that card.
It's that
It
similar
does
card.
have built-in video as well.
So I could
and-
get technically dual video output out of this, possibly. Will they both work it, or does it turn off
I'm
the
not-
internal?
Typically, it does turn it off. I think there is a way to make it not. I'm honestly not sure because different computers handle that differently. Some models, the add-in disables the integrated. Some models, they can both be active, and I'm not sure.
Right, and I'm not worried about that minor
Most
detail.
of the people that buy it are only looking for a single monitor, so I haven't really actually done the
Right, most of the people aren't as inquisitive as myself, I'm sure. So here's an interesting thing. Check this out. I'm not able to hear myself, but I'm able to read myself. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm broadcasting out through 3 channels. Then I just full screened my stream. So I'm watching my stream on this computer, which is then rebroadcasting it out. So even though I can't hear myself, I can read myself, which is great because there's no feedback and loop. And he'll, it's one way to tell it's working.
Yeah, and you can probably pull it up on your phone too.
Yeah, let's do that since we have fast enough connection here. And I'm not even using your Wi-Fi, so that will give me an idea of what my phone capabilities are in terms of what can it handle this speed smoothly, because I'm not sure it can.
There's quite a bit of a delay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but now I can hear myself. Actually, I should be able to hear myself in theory, right? The mic's working. Because I know the audio is working, or else it wouldn't be able to voice dictate it.
Right.
Right. And I'm not worried about that. And that's the other thing is I'm real heavy in voice translation right now. And my belief is the future user interface is UI. The future interface and UI is voice. So very soon we're just going to be talking to our computers and issuing commands to our computers. And
Yeah, it's crazy how it can do that so fast.
See, and it's not lagging much at all. It's not that much time delay.
Yeah, it's crazy how it can do that so fast.
It's about 3 to 5 seconds or something. And it's not jittery on here. So see, if I try to do this all on my Wi-Fi connection, and of course I'm downstreaming here and upstreaming there, but this is technically an upstream, a downstream, and an upstream.
Well, let's see how much.
Yeah, let's take a look at the bandwidth. You see how hardware you can use it. See, you just told me and I didn't even bother looking.
So it's not using much actually.
So basically the computer is fine. It's the Ethernet connection.
You're only uploading 2 megabits.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't think I can get a sustained output of my internet connection.
What?
That's
You
the
have-
rate. If I open a browser window, it goes,
You have
25 meg down in like
25 down.
25 down. I forget how much up, like 3 meg. I have to do.
You have telephone cable.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know if I get what I'm supposed to get or if I get what I get. But
As far as I know,
Whoa!
that's the slowest they are.
Okay, I need to call it. Maybe I'm in some older plan or something.
Yeah, you can keep that if you want. I get them in the mail all the time, and I don't use them, so I just keep them around.
They're going to be up to 150 meg downstream.
Yeah, and their up is probably like 20.
Dude,
I would guess.
Dude, I thought I'd buy the cheapest package, 25 down, and I forget what up. And I mean, granted, I don't bug them all the time, but every time there's a new deal, I try to go, I'll sign up again.
Yeah. I know the thing with Teleport cable.
Okay, wait.
If you complain, they will change because before I switched to Lake Region, a year ago I was getting 250 megabit for 80 a month, and they doubled my rate. It was going to be 140, and I just went over there and complained, told them I was going to quit if they didn't change it.
Right.
And they said, okay, we'll change it back to what it was.
Dude.
So all you gotta do with them is complain. And that's why I don't like dealing with businesses where, like, you should already be getting a good deal. You shouldn't have to complain to get
Listen,
that.
this is not where I'm from. businesses are a little different than around here. You know, they're more about making sure that people are happy with quality, and it's not like this sort of like you get a response when you complain kind of thing. Like they're more apt to just like if I have a problem back in California with podcast, anything they get, they'll just give me a credit right away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whereas here, it's just, I don't expect anything out of them. You know, like and then like this thing, man, that's gold. When you shared with me that, I mean, because not only having a better hardware solution is going to help, but if I'm getting rates over my bandwidth and my bandwidth is the limiting factor really on these streams and not the hardware, it's like the fact that you put this out is gold.
Yeah, I would talk to them and
yeah, no, this is
see.
awesome. See, the thing I don't understand is, see, right now it's idling. Let's do this. So right now, what is this? Where are we on the bar?
So right there it says, oh, the speed, the send is 2. It's hovering around 2
And that's
megabits,
7. Okay.
which is really low.
Yeah, I should be able to do this all. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I have 250 uploads.
Look at
but
your
it's only getting-
IP4 address. That's interesting. 10,
Oh,
10, 10.
yeah, well, that's what I said it. That's what my router said.
Yeah, I was like, this is an internal IP. I see. I'm not. I was like, is that an external or internal? Like, I was like,
No.
so that's why I said it's, I'm like used to a 192 something. I was like, what's
Yeah,
something
I
right now?
just-
What is going on here?
A lot of like businesses will use the 10 range.
Right, because it's duplicate. 120. That all that's standard copied everywhere.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
off-the-shelf routers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I use the 10 for the guest network and the 10.15 for my internal.
All right. I have interest in purchasing this. Would you prefer cash or credit? Because I have a card.
If I do card, there's a 3%.
Yeah, I would rather pay you cash. So now I'm perplexed because I walked here and I cannot renew my driver's license or even get a legal photo ID until I get an amended birth certificate.
Oh, wow.
And I've officially been unofficial apparently since 1983, but there's a mismatch between my social security and my birth certificate. But
So
no
where
one-
were you born?
California.
Oh,
See,
okay.
and Chinese people don't have middle names. My mom asked me, do I want a middle name when I'm 8 years old? I go, sure, Richard, because I like Richie Rich. So she goes and applies for my social security because it's Richard, which gets approved. And I carry this middle name through my driver's license, all this stuff. Until COVID hits, I can't renew my Oklahoma ID. There's this, they shut the doors at 9 a.m. You try to book an appointment 3 or 4 months away. Then the state says, oh, we're going to make an extension of grace period because no one during this troubling pandemic time can get their license renewed. So it goes into lapses, gets expired. So when I go in to renew it, I have to go through the hoops, which now is no longer just paying a fee, but producing a birth certificate. I show a birth certificate that does not match the ID. It's sorry.
Yeah, I noticed that. When I got mine, I didn't get the real ID. I got just the standard one
Mhm.
because I had my birth certificate somewhere, but I didn't have it with me.
Right.
And they wanted me to have it with me.
I had to fly a plane to California for my mom's funeral. I haven't had a license or ID for almost 2 years now. I flew with an expired IDs and passports. I had to bring all my details. I had to get like TSA administrative. I had to go. I've been struggling so much. I can't pass the KYC check. I can't buy crypto. I can't do all these things yet. Here I still am. So basically, I want to get you cash, and I need to get a rider to start walking. And I have some friends that I might at their home. And then I was thinking I probably I don't want to have to carry this thing home anyways, even if I were to pay.
Right.
Here. So probably what I'm going to do is figure out if my friends are available right now, and if not, I'm just going to head home and then come back and just have it. You can just have it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
And I've got more. I don't have more of them built, but
You got more
I've got like
raw
35
materials.
of these machines.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bought
Okay.
a pile of like
So let's
42.
do this, Phil. I want to suggest something to you. This hardware configuration is a pretty standard configuration for you.
Mhm.
I want to advertise the sale of this computer.
Okay.
Like basically this computer, I purchased that later. You know, this, like if I make any modifications to it, I'll say that, but if I don't, I'll say that. And so anyone who's interested in learning how to stream or build websites or whatever and is looking for a computer to buy, this is the best deal in town.
Okay.
You know, and so now people start buying that, and I'm creating some sort of value for you. I want you to think about how you can creates, like I call it free compensation. I'll do it for free, but if you feel as though there's value, figure out how to compensate. And what I want is your waste. If there's anything you have surplus of that doesn't cost you anything that I can turn around, and it'd be of value to me. And it could not be computer parts. Like, for example, I like fixing monitors. So I found out pretty much most computer equipment dies, a lot of them, because of bad caps.
Right.
Caps that go out. Stuff, inferior caps, made to design to fail after a certain time of life.
Yeah.
So knowing this and hearing this for all these years, I decided to fix a monitor, try to. So I'm expecting to find some like document that tells me exactly where to look, whatever. So you know what? I can't find it. So you know what I do? I just rip the thing apart and I look for swollen caps because I know what a swollen cap looks like.
Yeah,
So
there was like a plague back in like 2003 where everything, computers, monitors, TVs, they last a year maybe.
Right.
And you take them apart and the capacitors are all
oozing and swollen top. So the way I look at it now, if you see a capacitor and it's rounded or whatever it is, it's going out or it's bad. So what I did was I just looked at the microfarad rating. I'm just figuring out the math, but it's got to match microfarad. The voltage can be higher. Does the form factor fit? And then you buy them in bulk. And I started fixing monitors. Like I get a 20 pack or something of high-end caps for the right rating. And I'd rather buy 20 of them because if I buy one, it costs this much. Buy 20, I get this much. And now I have more, so I build up an inventory. And so all these monitors that get thrown away, I swear probably like 3/4 of them could be easily fixed and just like know how to.
And part of the thing too is like I have too many monitors right here.
Yeah.
And they work.
Right.
Like, do you want some of these?
Sure. Well, see, that's what I'm saying is like I would be all up for figuring out a way to move these as part of packaged units. You know, to where I can say, like, someone in the community, a disadvantaged kid, someone who's wants to learn computing but doesn't have the money, or someone who wants to learn computing, has the money but wants to do it in a cost-effective way and not have to go do it at home. To where I can create a learning infrastructure all based, because it's basically homeschooling is pretty unregulated in the state, and because of the fact of COVID, the Department of Interior reduced the requirements from being post-secondary accredited institution. They've given that now to regional boards, which in this state is career of technology and whatever in Oklahoma. Knowing how sloppy Oklahoma is, like I want to get post-secondary accreditation so I can get my .edu. You know why? Because then I get access to IBM Watson Assistant for free, teachers and students license. And so it's like I got all these really crazy plans, and I want to build it off of all a recycled empire and creating, because the biggest wasted resource in America or in this world is the minds and hearts of people, their creativity, their ability to be productive for society, and not just like working at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Not just some automaton. All that stuff's gonna be released for robotics and AI. That's what I look at. But finding people finding ways to access things that are meaningful to them and to do creative things that help society. So for me, I look at this and it's sort of like there's a whole class of computers that you wouldn't even resell or try to resell. I want those to create like, hey, let's just teach people how to make glorified audio jukeboxes. Like data, all your phones, you know how many times people lost their data? Like a way to cloud sync their backup, not to something out there, but something in their control, just simple little things like that. Bluetooth capable, get a nice old stereo system, tie it into this computer, put a Bluetooth thing in there, like hook up your phone, for your sound system. And there's just like little projects where people can actually get value out of the learning experience of how to build them, out of just art, all this waste that's like, so this is exactly fault. Like how many monitors I have just like this that I'm using, for what I do. And it's like, I would love to find a way to do that. I would love to. Like, have you ever played with like Plex?
Oh yeah.
Something like that. Just like it. Or even, and honestly, the thing I would love to be able to do is build nodes, like Linux nodes. And most of these nodes, ideally when you're really doing it, you don't even need a monitor. It's like SSH and it's like server, like it's no GUI. You know what I'm saying? So you might have like a remote management, but every now and then you do need a monitor. You got to boot it up, you got to replace, you know what I'm saying? The physical interaction with it. So these kinds of monitors still do have value to me in this bigger scheme of things. In my mind, I'm just trying to figure out like in terms of any relationship with you, a lot of the stuff I'm thinking is very very long term, but I can easily start promoting the sale of, more of these units. Like, make sure you got one here before I start.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Yeah, I try to, as soon as one of anything sells, I try to pull
Can I
out.
come back here sometime and take the same unit? When I get done with this, I'm gonna reconfigure it to a Linux build with Windows. Can I do one pre-done here? So like, you just give me some time and I'll set it up how I would set it up. So in case I push to sell this, like, hey, if you want, there's one down there that's set aside for a Linux, Windows build.
Possibly. For the most part, my customers haven't really been interested in.
I know, but see, I'm
at
gonna
this
push
point.
it, is what I'm saying. So I wanna push it, and I wanna be able to, like.
Yeah, it would probably need a bigger drive. 128 gigs is a little small.
Yeah,
to be
you're
running
right,
two
you're right.
things.
You're right. It might
Um,
it's usually the Windows side more than the Linux side.
Right.
But the idea would be is that you would want to add, like, that would be their first project, is to get a drive, a full size drive, and add it. I mean, of course you could do that, but I want to be able to give the education component to where if I had a set hardware configurations, I can just take videos of it's the same, same hardware. So, well, speaking of which, do you sell hard drives used too?
I can. I don't typically.
It's not a good thing to resell used.
Right. With hard drives, I try not to even sell computers with hard drives in them, just because hard drives are gonna fail.
You never know what you're
It's
yeah.
it's what I see when somebody comes in for a repair. 75% of the time it's because their hard drive failed.
Sure.
It's the part.
It's not, yeah. It's not
So I
something that-
have some. I don't typically like to sell them. If I did, it'd be really cheap, just because the longevity is questionable.
If I came back here with $140 to purchase a computer, you want to give me one?
I could probably give you a used hard drive.
I don't care what size it is, but if you want it, that's fine. I'll probably, you know what's going to cost me more is it's the SATA cable and the pigtails of it's like, I mean, as I have so many hard drives lying around, honestly, but the fact is that most of my hard drives are getting antiquated and older. So even if they're reliable from a data standpoint, I think probably anything you have is going to have a better throughput.
Yeah, typically anything older than like 2012, I just scrap out for aluminum, because at that point it's just not worth the reliability of it.
Right. No, that makes perfect sense. Especially when you're in a position where it's like hard drives and monitors. You got so many of them. Why am I dealing with all this questionable stuff?
And I can get like $2 a piece as scrap. And that
$2
doesn't
a
sound
piece.
like much, but when
When
you're
you
on a
go
big